I'm in your nightmare.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's
Hey,
me. I just appeared.
welcome back, Chris Hardwick.
Good to be here.
Hey.
Excellent.
When did you grow a third hand?
Yeah, some time ago. MTV makes you put one on, so I've had it for like
That was a
12
firm
years.
grasp.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Behold, a gadget from the island of Dr. Moreau, a grotesque half-tablet, half-netbook.
Kill it with fire.
Deciding between a netbook and a tablet just got a whole lot easier now that Lenovo has released the S10-3t hybrid. Open it up to reveal a laptop running on Windows 7 with an Intel Atom processor and a 250 gig hard drive. But once you flip the screen, you've got a multi-touch tablet with a 10-inch LED display. Hooray! Get the best of both worlds starting at $475.
All right, as netbooks go, its design is strikingly average.
It is.
Just over an inch thick, weighs under 3 pounds, 10.1-inch screen that we just heard there.
Yeah, you're a
Converts-
netbook. I get it.
I keep almost snapping its neck. Like
That's the
it's
thing, yeah,
like I'm stealth killing it. It only rotates one way.
Don't spin it the wrong way.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
It does rotate. It converts into a touch tablet. Obviously not as thin or light as an iPad, but
No.
do you still like its design overall?
I think it's okay. I mean, I think it feels a little heavier and thicker than it should. And also, you know, like netbooks, I mean, it's because it's a netbook and it's inexpensive, they're just notoriously plasticky. Like
Right.
everything about it feels like a toy.
Like Fisher-Price quality,
Like
give it a
Fisher
giant
Price.
handle.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this netbook has a lot of different aspects to the user interface. Smaller keyboard, the touchpad, of course.
You're right.
The touch screen.
You know a lot.
You fell in love with the touch screen. This was just a dream device for you, was it
I'm
not?
not actually sure that's what happened. I think it was actually only okay. The keyboard and the touchpad are not cramped, so the keyboard works great, just like a keyboard should. We have mastered keyboard technology.
We did it!
Humans. Good job. And it's nice to not jump on a netbook and not worry about your fat fingers. The keys are nicely spaced.
Yeah.
There's plenty of room for that.
But what about the touch screen?
Not as responsive, Kev. It's a little more of a poke and tap experience. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Rather than a fluid motion like the iPad. And this means that you might have to tap a bunch to get something to work, which is not really what you want with a touchscreen. The virtual keyboard is also very awkward, and it's not all that useful. Like it pops up, and then you got to slide it to the side, then you close it, and then you can see it right there. Even though this is capacitive, it's just not exactly the experience that you want. Actually, weirdly, I wanted a stylus.
Yeah, I hate to agree on that one, but for once I was like, look, you know what? Windows 7 just isn't designed for certain fat finger gestures and touches. You need a little stylus.
This is sort of the thing. I mean, like, I don't think what we should be doing with touchscreen technology is just making old platforms touchable.
Right.
Not that Windows 7 is old, but I mean, like, it's kind of an old paradigm. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like what we should do is they should have software that integrates with the idea of touchscreen technology. Because basically, you know, like a Windows 7 desktop, there's a lot of small little places to
Absolutely.
poke.
Tiny little X's.
Exactly.
Perfect for a mouse cursor, not for your finger.
You can't just make something touchable and be like touchscreen. Like it really needs to integrate better with the software.
Right.
Otherwise, or the screen needs to be, the touchscreen technology needs to be a little bit sharper.
Agreed.
That's what I thought.
Well, at least Lenovo has included, they upgraded an Intel Atom processor. They gave it more RAM. So performance-wise, is it at least powering through those apps?
Nah, well, not really.
Okay. All right.
Boot time was about average. It took about 65 seconds from power on to launching Internet Explorer. Who has a minute 5 to waste on anything? Also, in our normal PC Mark Vantage test, it didn't score very. P.S. We all have a minute 5. Anyway, that feels like a long time when you're loading it up. We think Windows 7 and all of Lenovo's pre-installed software might be bogging it down a little bit. There was your virus thing's almost expired, and you're like, I didn't even know I had one.
But now
and
you can
there it
touch
is.
Bonsai Buddy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, thanks for including that.
Several times. Overall, it did get the job done, but not very efficiently. I mean, I just feel like it's the difference between, yes, it does work, but it's sort of like saying, hey, that's a house. That's a Frank Lloyd Wright house. What do you need a fancy house for? It's got a roof and a door.
Right, it has everything you need.
You can crap in it, right? Done.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like maybe they should work a little more on the design and the touchscreen interface.
All right, well, this thing starts at $475, which is not bad for a hybrid tablet.
Right.
What are we giving it?
Kev, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. I'm giving it a 2 out of 5. I did not love the
Chris, you can crap in it.
You can't do that.
I mean,
I feel like what's going to happen with this device is that the touchscreen's going to be a little clunky, and the idea of it's great, but sooner or later what's going to happen is you're just going to spin it around and use it like a regular netbook.
It's going to become a regular netbook.
The main selling point isn't really a thing that you're going to end up using a whole lot because of the way that it interfaces. That's my 2 cents. I would say if you see it in a store, give it a try. Maybe you'll have a different experience than I with it. I don't want to be unfair to Lenovo. That's just what it was like for me.
2 out of 5 is fair then. All right, be
right.
sure to catch tomorrow's Prawn. We're actually reviewing the Asus ePC netbook. We're going to actually decide what is
already
better
have
here.
it.
Look at that, yeah. But you got to wait till tomorrow to see how many seals we're throwing up on the old screen there, kids. Curses.
Nice.